Have you ever dreamt of experiencing fascinating places and unique cultures around the world but didn't know how to afford it? We've all been there. But the good news is that travel doesn't always have to be expensive, especially in 2024 when so many countries are opening up to travelers with simpler visa processes and cheaper costs. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we talk about exploring one of the most stunning countries in not just Asia, but the entire world. The country is none other than my current home base, Thailand, and let me show you how you can do it without spending a bomb. And I have some extra tips for our Indian viewers. But first, if you're new here, watch this. Hi guys, I'm Aditi and welcome to my channel, The Grounded Hippie. I'm a full-time ESL teacher and part-time travel blogger, and I enjoy traveling and creating content for you from all around the world. I mostly travel solo and sometimes also with friends. I'm excited to take you all on a journey with me through some of the most fascinating places in the world. And the best part is that I'm just getting started, so you get to follow along from the beginning. So subscribe to the channel and come with me on an adventure of a lifetime. See ya! Alright then, let's get started. But before we jump into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. As most of you already know, Thailand is located in Southeast Asia, surrounded by some other impressive countries such as Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, and Myanmar. Popularly known as the Land of Smiles, the country is known for stunning beaches, delicious food, vibrant culture, and incredibly affordable travel options. Return flights to Thailand can be scored for as low as 10,000 Indian rupees or about $100, provided that you research well in advance. I recommend using websites such as Skyscanner and Kayak to track prices and to always book a couple of months in advance to get the best deal. I usually fly between Kolkata and Bangkok because I have family in Kolkata, and it's also one of the cheapest airports in India to fly out of or into Bangkok. But if you time it well, you can also find awesome deals from Bangalore, Guwahati, Chennai, Delhi, and Mumbai. Not gonna lie, but this is my favorite part of travel in 2024 because so many countries have announced visa free travel, especially for Indians. Thailand, for example, allows you to travel visa free in the country for 30 days, and this offer is valid until November 11th, 2024. All you need is a passport which is valid for up to 6 months from the date of your travel, a return flight ticket, proof of accommodation, and proof of sufficient funds in case the immigration officer asks. And voila! Once you have your tickets and visa, the next step is to decide where to stay. This would vary primarily based on your travel style, but for the sake of this vlog, let's talk affordable. As a budget traveler, I mostly stay at hostels or bed and breakfasts when traveling alone, and I may occasionally upgrade to a fancier room if I have someone to split the cost with. Thailand is filled with accommodation options to suit all kinds of travelers. You can expect to pay anywhere between 300 to 400 Indian rupees or less than $4 a night for a well-reviewed hostel, or around $1,000 or $10 for a private room with a shared bathroom at a bed and breakfast in the heart of Bangkok. I usually book my accommodation on booking.com because I get the genius discounts, but I also recommend using Agoda to compare prices across multiple websites and then book the cheapest deal. I think you can also check websites such as Hostel World, which are specifically for hostels. I'm not so sure about Airbnb though, because in my experience, Airbnb properties are a bit costlier, so I won't necessarily use them if I am on a budget. But if I were traveling somewhere for long term, then I guess that apartment rentals are really good because you get discounts for booking for a week or even monthly discounts. I have shared the links to some of the properties that I have used during my travels across Thailand in the description below, so you can always check them out. Also, let me know in the comments if you would like me to do a specific video on how to spend 1 or 2 weeks in Thailand, and I'll be happy to make a dedicated video on the topic. For now, let's move to the next section. The next major travel cost is transportation, whether it's within a city or in between cities. I have been living in Thailand for over a year and a half, and I have to say that getting around here is not only extremely convenient but also affordable if you're willing to explore local transportation options instead of hailing a grab taxi every time you decide to step out. But if you still wanted the convenience of a cab without ruining your budget, I will let you in on a secret that most locals don't know about. So stay with me till the end of this video. So, as I was saying, commuting within the country, no matter which country you travel to, becomes a lot more economical if you learn to navigate the local transportation system. In Bangkok, you can easily take the BTS or MRT or even the local buses to go from one place to another and pay 10 or 20 baht instead of 200 baht, which is almost 450 rupees. Alternatively, you also have these colorful trucks all over the country known as songthaos, and they take you almost anywhere within the city limits for around 30 baht. Furthermore, if you have an international driving license and know your way around a scooter or a bike, rent one for approximately 150 to 300 baht a day and go crazy. Sorry, the next section is my favorite part about living in Thailand. Of course, the food. Unlike many other countries, including Sada Hindustan, eating out is inexpensive here and the variety of food will blow your mind. But yeah, if you're the kind of traveler who looks for roti sabji and dal everywhere you go, you may end up paying more than usual at proper restaurants. But if you don't mind experimenting, which I definitely suggest, your meals can cost as little as 50 baht for a filling bowl of noodles or a plate of rice with your chosen dish. Add 50 more, and you can have a dessert and even a drink. And then there is this magical thing called 7-Eleven. You would find one of these every 50 to 100 steps, and they have everything you could think of. I think this is 7-Eleven's gift to humankind. These toasties are the best, I kid you not. A box of rice and stir fried chicken or pork with holy basil costs under 40 baht. A single lemon soda around 14 and a quick brownie costs around 20 to 30 baht. So there you go, a full meal under 100 baht or 250 rupees or $3. Thailand is dotted with street markets, food vendors, local mom and pop food shops, and whatnot. Eating and drinking here is never expensive. Provided you don't go to fancy restaurants for all your meals, you should easily get by. That being said, I generally allow myself 1 or 2 nice meals every time I travel just to pamper myself and have a chance to dress up. And I think you should give yourself that too. After all, you only live once. Now that we've covered the delicious food in Thailand, let's talk about some of the must see sights and experiences that will make your trip unforgettable. Thailand offers a rich tapestry of cultural, historical, and natural attractions that cater to all kinds of travelers. Entrance fees to popular temples such as the Grand Palace in Bangkok can set you back 1200 rupees or $15. However, visiting the famous Wat Chedi Luang and Wat Phra Sing in Chiang Mai would cost only 200 rupees or $2.50. And if you ask me, I would much rather enjoy the unparalleled nightlife and shopping malls in Bangkok and leave the temple visits for Chiang Mai. However, to each their own. Experiences such as a half day session of a Thai cooking class can cost between 2,500 to 4,000 Indian rupees. On the other hand, taking a boat tour to visit one of the remarkable floating markets could cost as little as 950 Indian rupees. Finally, a visit to Thailand is incomplete without exploring one of the many national parks rich in flora and fauna. The entrance fee for Khao Sok National Park, for instance, is 300 baht or 720 rupees approximately. You cannot talk about Thailand and not mention the many malls and weekend markets for shopping. I'm not going to dive too much into it because the budget for shopping varies from person to person. Nonetheless, Thailand is an absolute paradise for bargain hunters. From bustling street markets to modern malls, you can find almost anything here without burning a hole in your pocket. One of the best spots for shopping in the country is the Charuchak Weekend Market in Bangkok, where you can find everything from clothes to souvenirs. Expect to pay around 100 to 300 Thai baht for t-shirts and 50 to 150 Thai baht for small souvenirs such as magnets, postcards, key rings, and much more. If you're in Chiang Mai, the night bazaars are a must visit for unique handicrafts, local art, and more trinkets, with prices being almost the same or even less than in Bangkok. For a more modern shopping experience, you can head to the MBK Center or Platinum Mall in Bangkok, where you can find both branded and affordable items. But always remember to bargain in markets for the best deals and enjoy the vibrant shopping scene Thailand has to offer. With that, we are in the final segment of our video. And as promised in the beginning, I'm going to share with you a few tips to save even more money. And I bet you didn't know most of them. So without wasting much time, let's jump right in. Tip number one. I can bet nobody will tell you about this one, not even the locals, because most of them don't know about it. But if you want to enjoy the convenience of cab rentals without paying exorbitant prices, download Bolt. It's a ride sharing app much like Grab, Uber, etc., but with half the cost. I have put the link in the description box below. Never, and I mean never ever, exchange your currency at the airport because they have the crappiest exchange fee. If you have an international debit or credit card, you can simply withdraw cash at any one of the ATMs and pay as low as 220 baht per withdrawal. But check with your bank about any additional international transaction fee. If you decide to exchange, however, bring US dollars and exchange at any one of the super rich money exchange stores. There's always one or more store in all major cities. Or go to a Thai bank. I know the temptation to bombard our social media sites with hashtag woke up in Thailand selfies is real, but keep in mind that buying a SIM at the airport can cost you anywhere between 500 to 1000 baht for a validity of only 7 to 14 days. Instead, connect to the airport Wi Fi if you have to contact your hotel or book a cab, and buy a local SIM at a 7-Eleven store on the way. This SIM would probably cost you about 50 baht or so, and I pay 200 baht for an entire month of data. Speaking of transportation from the airport to your hotel or the city center, if you aren't traveling with a lot of luggage, use the airport shuttle from Don Muang or Suvarnabhumi International Airport to get to the city center. It's a lot cheaper, like 30 to 50 baht, and runs until 10 or 11 at night. There is also a free shuttle between Suvarnabhumi and Don Muang from 5 a.m. till midnight in case you need to catch a connecting flight or your accommodation is closer to the other airport. Okay, tip number 5, and I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are a budget traveler and if you have had to literally save up for months for a trip to Thailand, don't be naive and plan a trip during the peak season. The shoulder season in Thailand runs from April to June and September and October, with a minor spike during Songkran in mid April, and the low season is from July to October. You would still be able to see everything and do everything, but spend only one third the amount. If you round everything up, it comes to roughly about 35,000 Indian rupees or slightly over $400. Add a bit more for shopping and miscellaneous expenses, and there you have it. A week long adventure in Thailand for 50,000 Indian rupees or less than 600 US dollars. You will hear me say this a million times on this channel starting today that travel doesn't have to be expensive. It has to be meaningful and cherishable. No matter where you're from, Thailand offers fantastic experiences without breaking the bank. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more travel tips and adventures. See you in the next one.